That old version of you is not going to go down without a fight. Do you want to know why? Because its very existence is at risk of extinction. It doesn't like change and would preferably like things to remain how they were. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Hope and I hope you are doing well. So we have this old version of you and we have a new version of you and we have the current version of you that's here now. This old version of you and this new version of you sometimes seems to be at loggerheads. They're at war with each other and they're vying for your attention. Which one do you listen to? In this video, I'm going to break down some of the traits of what an old version of you might look and sound like and what a new version of you might look and sound like. So let's get straight into it. The old version of you, scared, it's fearful, it's insecure, it's unsure. No real progress is being made in its life, but it's happy that way. It attracts gossip and drama in its life. It does want more out of life, but then does nothing about it. It procrastinates. So tomorrow, mañana, mañana is its favorite catchphrase. And it can be quite resentful of others who are living their dreams. It has gone through trauma, past trauma, and is scared to do the work. It's scared to do the inner work to heal and to overcome these and avoid doing any sort of work that will uncover some of this past trauma. It doesn't take accountability. It's outdated, stuck in the past. Remember, it wants things to remain as they were. It doesn't like change, and it can be quite nostalgic because of this. It has a false sense of safety. And it can be quite resistant. Again, it can be quite resistant to change and all the other things I've mentioned. And it can be quite pessimistic, half empty type of person, right? That old version of you. So here are some of the signs or some of the traits of what this newer version of you might look and sound like. But before I do that, I do just want to say that this old version of you is not a bad guy. It's not the bad person here, and it's not the villain. All it is an older version of you that didn't know any better, that and doesn't see any future, any perspective, but also just wants things to remain as they were. It's not a bad person. Go easy on that person, that old version of you. But because of that old version of you, this new version of you wouldn't even exist. It wouldn't even be curious enough to know what more there is to life. So this old version of you, be patient with it. Understand why it doesn't want change. Understand why it wants things to remain. It's a safe space for it, even though it's not really going anywhere per se. It is safe for it, and it doesn't want to do anything else about it. Go easy, be loving, because that is still an aspect of who you are. So yeah, go easy on that old version of yourself, okay? Right, the new version of you, what it might look and sound like. It's more confident. It's ready to face its fears and overcome them. It's ready to unlearn negative patterns and instead learn more powerful, uplifting patterns. It wants more out of life and it does something about it. It has an abundant mindset. It's curious. It's inspired by others. And the visible progress can be seen and felt once it starts the ball rolling. It can actually feel its life changing. And it attracts high vibrational people, friendships, relationships. It knows there's more to life and it does more to go about it to actually achieving and attaining that more to life. So it's gone through trauma as well, but this newer version of you is doing the inner work, it's doing the healing, it's going to therapy, it's seeking alternative healing remedies, and it's facing those darker aspects of itself, facing its trauma and healing as a result of this. So it takes accountability. It's more daring, more adventurous, explorative. It's more loving, more patient, more kind to itself first and foremost, and then to other people. This new version of you sets loving but firm boundaries, and it's more optimistic. It sees the glass as half full or even as just full in general. So if that's the case, if these are all the sparkling, glorious things about this new version of you, why does the old version of you fight so hard? Why does it try to keep and remain, you guys, in that past, stuck in the past with no real progress being made. And as I said before, as I mentioned before, it's because it doesn't like change. It finds it uncomfortable, it finds it discomforting, it finds it fearful. However, the new version of you knows that the discomfort and the fear are signs of growth. But that old version of you, it doesn't want to grow. It doesn't. Why? What's the point? Why rock the boat? If it's not broke, why try to fix it? It's cool where it is. So although things may not be moving forward, they're not really going backwards either. And this is the favorite spot for that old version of you. So as I said before, do go easy on it. It has its reasons, and those reasons are apparent in the very current version of you who now wants to explore, who's more confident, who's ready to see what's out there into the world, who's there to push outside of its comfort zone, push beyond the boundaries that it created, and see what more there is to life. So that's it. We have the old version of you. We have the new version of you. Creating the highest version of you often does mean doing it afraid. But this new version of you does know that, and it does it anyway. So that's it, guys. Tell me, which one are you feeding? Are you feeding that old version of you that wants to remain stuck and unmoved? Or this new version of you that wants to take the call, it wants to see what more there is to life, and it wants to grow and expand? So it really is up to you. The one you concentrate on the most is the one that shall flourish and reign victorious. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope this has put some insight and shed some light of what this new version and the old version of you are like, and why it's so important to continue this version of you that exists now, that's probably watching this video, continue to grow, continue to expand, continue to become that highest expressive version of yourself. Because as I tell you, there is so much more to life once you step outside of your comfort zone. So remember to also remain in the present. Whatever's going to happen now is a result of what you do, the current version of you does now. So be grounded, give thanks, be grateful, be loving, and attract more love and high vibrations into your new life. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Tongue twister. Please remember to like, share, subscribe, leave a comment in the comment section. Let me know which one you're going to listen to from now on, and I do hope you do meet that future higher version of you that's ready. You're ready to come forward and take center stage. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Do have a beautiful morning, afternoon, or evening where you are.